place is great.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
We're going to go to the pool. We can get a workout in, crush some beers.
Yeah.
So Sebastian's not coming back till tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Sebastian's tomorrow.
Place?
Yeah,
Or
I
so?
think we just got the
whole day? So much room in here for activities, too.
Oh, this place is great.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
There's some room service?
Might be some beer.
Oh, perfect. Did you order?
Did you invite somebody?
Yeah. Hey. Oh, you're not room service. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. We thought you'd be okay with us hanging out and crashing with you.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're gonna order some room service. You want something to eat?
Coming till tomorrow.
Eat? What?
We're gonna hang
Super Bowl
out.
champions? You can't afford your own room?
Yeah.
You're welcome to join us. You want to come?
How did you even get past security?
Come on in. Make yourself at home.
Are we roommates?
I got dibs on top bunk.
So this is this,
Eli decorated.
What'd you do with the room?
We kind of just made a few adjustments. Do you like it? Your TV won't work anymore. That's just that's permanent.
And you get to keep that over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can frame that.
You know,
You can sign that also and keep it. Sean, take his bag.
Yeah, I'll get your bag.
something.
Just don't use the restroom for like 40
put
minutes.
it in a room, and you know what? Could you get me a scotch on the rocks? Jesus Christ.
I'd probably tip him a little bit though. Sebastian, first off, I love what you've done with the place. Like the way you decorated with the pillows. It's a nice touch. Is that what it means to have a residency at the Wynn?
Before you guys got here, I had Sebastian Maniscalco pillows.
Oh.
That's how they normally greet me. You brought all this stuff in.
Oh, yeah.
But now we have a Eli Manning football in the room. So
And in case you're thirsty, this comes with it too, right? You get.
I expect this to
unlimited
stay
supply.
here forever.
guys, two people are talking at once. Let's just do this one at a time, okay? And what about the football?
I want this. Will you this stay here? You think? Will
Yeah,
this be
I'm
a
keeping this, by the
permanent?
way. I want it signed, and I want to put in a room in a glass case.
We can make that happen. You talk a lot about growing up and your dad growing up in Chicago. Were you a Bears fan? Were you a football player at all?
First of all, I was not a football player. I was played soccer. I played soccer because I had the hair to play soccer.
Ooh.
This is
Just flowing?
It was, I'd like to call it cascading. Had a beautiful mullet. This is what?
Mullet.
Yeah.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Cascade.
mullet.
It was beautiful. Like that. So when I went up for a header, the hair, it was just gorgeous. I had a mullet and I had this cologne back in, '86. I think it was called Jupe. It was pink. I mean, come on, man. A little couple on the wrist, a 4 on a walk through.
60% of the time it works every time, right?
Yeah.
You know what I do? And a lot of people don't even know this trick. I got 2 colognes on right now. One in the front, one in the back.
Wow.
So you get one scent coming and another one going.
Wow.
Bro.
You just blew my
You ever
mind.
heard of that?
I've not ever
Thank
heard of that.
you.
There you
Right?
go. There
What's
you
your
go.
name, bro?
Wow.
Mike loves it.
Mike loves
Mike's
it.
gonna do it tonight.
Oh, yeah, 1,000% he's doing it tonight. We're in Vegas. He's like, I need double cologne. I need front back. I gotta go buy another bottle to go with the one I already have.
I got a question.
Yeah.
When you guys are playing, right? You throw a touchdown and someone on the line holds.
Yeah, this guy.
Do you guys talk about that in the huddle? Like, what are you doing? Or is it just you don't even mention it?
I don't know. It's never come up.
Oh, really? Yeah. It never has? No. Yeah, it's just like the stare. You just kind of
You
like.
get a stare.
Really?
You feel like this big.
Yeah.
What happens? Because everybody saw. And then on TV, they're going, oh, here's the guy. And like they'll draw and circle you. And it's like you just shamed the name on the back of your jersey too. Mom and dad saw it. Eli was pretty good about it. He'd be like, come on, Richie. Come on, Snee.
Come on, O'Hara. Mostly
Don't think I
O'Hara.
heard that.
Yeah. What about Bears? You like
Yeah,
Bears?
Bears fan. Nothing really.
Who are they going to draft? Who's going to take number 1?
Listen, I don't know.
You don't know
the players.
Right.
I'm not one of these guys that are looking at like the draft charts and going, yeah, I think at 32 he's going to be available.
Yeah. Well, they got the first pick.
They do have the first.
They can pick
the first
anybody
pick in the whole draft.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I did. I think they're going to take this kid out of USC.
Yeah.
But I tell you what. This is the problem with the Bears. Justin Fields, if he leaves, he's going to go win a Super Bowl.
What about, speaking of Chicago, you got like Chicago Italians versus like New York, New Jersey Italians. Is there a difference?
Chicago Italians are, kind of, I guess Midwest. I'm from Chicago, kind of like laid back, where New York has like a yeah, you know, and Chicago's like, yeah, you know, it's just a different vibe.
All right, you have your new tour, It Ain't Right. 5 nights at the Garden. That's got to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this whole tour is called It Ain't Right. It's great. I mean, I never got in this business to even do. I just wanted to make people laugh. And it wasn't on my vision board to sell out Madison Square Garden. I didn't have goals, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do stand-up and that's it.
There's an age difference of 46 years between my son and me, okay? Now, I love to play with him, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the play is laying down, all right? There's a lot of let's bury daddy tonight. His knees hurt, something's wrong with his shoulder.
How old were you when you decided that that's what you wanted to do?
I was in 2nd grade. I told my 2nd grade teacher I want to do stand-up comedy. I fell in love with it as a young kid watching Johnny Carson. I used to go to comedy clubs when I was 15, sit in the back and watch.
You're 2nd grade and you're like, hey, I want to do stand-up. What's your material? Like, what are your jokes?
I loved getting in front of the class to do book reports. I did a book report on Stevie Wonder once. I came in with the glasses, the hat, I did the whole thing. Because Eddie Murphy at the time was imitating Stevie Wonder on Saturday Night Live. And I did the whole book report as Stevie Wonder. So I just really felt comfortable in front of people. I'm actually uncomfortable in front of like small groups of people, but you put me in front of people, I tend to kind of light up.
You know that's not correct English, right?
Yeah.
Ain't's not a word.
Yeah, we might have to. We might have to take the posters down. On It Ain't Right. It's not correct English, according to Mr. Manning. But you know what ain't right? It ain't right that you have martinis on your socks.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if anybody else picked that up. If you, Mike, yeah, you want to get a zoom in?
That's a
on
dirty
the
one,
martinis?
too.
I don't know. What would
Dirty.
the football team say if he walked into the locker room with this sock? Or is this quarterback approved?
Yeah,
should see my underwear.
That is the least offensive thing Eli has ever worn.
Do you guys ever use any new words, or do you just use the words you have in your head right now?
Oh.
Never, no new words.
No new words. This is whatever you got is what you got.
I'm maxed out.
You're
on my
maxed out.
words. It's not that big of a list.
Here's my new word. There's a plethora
Plethora is a good
of
word.
different people here in Las Vegas. I mean, come on.
You have your residency here at the Wynn. You're doing your show. You've done stand-up for so long, great success. Getting into the movies, you're in The Irishman, and you're not really, it's like a couple actors. I mean, you got De Niro, Pacino, Pesci, you got Scorsese directing this thing. Were you nervous doing that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I haven't done a lot of acting, and then the acting I am doing, I'm doing with arguably some of the best actors of our time.
Sure.
Funny story, you bring up The Irishman. A couple nights ago, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and we were talking about wigs. I said, you know, Daddy wore a wig in a movie. So I popped on The Irishman, and probably not the best movie to show that I'm wearing a wig. And I'm like, hey, Daddy gets shot in this scene. You know, you want to share what you're doing with your kids, but there was a lapse in judgment. Probably should have showed her Super Mario Brothers, but not The Irishman at 6.
So I got to ask you, you're on stage, like, how do you read the room as far as you tell a joke and maybe like it's kind of crickets? Like, has that ever happened to you? And how do you adjust on the fly?
It's happened in this interview a couple times for me. And you know what I do? I just keep plowing ahead, just trying to keep. Crickets is part of the job, okay? Everything that's coming out of my mouth is not necessarily funny. And you could tell in the room when you do a joke, oh wow, that didn't work.
Yeah.
But you can't let it even phase you.
Move on.
You know, you just kind of move on.
So you mentioned that you got 2 kids. What kind of material has that given you, and what's it like for you being a dad?
So I'm a bit of an old school dad. You know, I'm heavy into discipline. Listen, parenting is 24/7, all right? I'm constantly correcting behavior. We don't do that, please, thank you, open the door, close the door. You know, there's a lot that goes into parenting. You just can't let it fly, because next thing you know, you lose control, and the kid at 15 years old is basically running the house.
Yeah, he's got a mullet.
Yeah, sneaking into clubs.
That's good. That's good. You should do some comedy.
You did a podcast, Daddy vs. Doctor.
Yeah. So
How did that come about?
I don't know how you guys are as fathers, but I'm like the worry wart. So my pediatrician, Dr. Scott Cohen, we decided to come up with a podcast that it's like entertainment and information. We have callers call in. Hey, my kid, bumped his head or whatever, and he gives the medical advice, and I sprinkle with humor. I forget what they call it. It's a cough that the kid sounds like a dog. Croup. Okay, when I first heard that,
it scares you.
For you guys that don't have kids, right? You're sleeping and you hear, and I don't have a dog, right? So it's a cough that sounds like a bark. Now, I didn't know what was going on. I called my pediatrician. He's like, don't go outside. Let them breathe some cold air.
Yeah.
And so I'm outside with my kid, 50-degree weather, getting some air into their lungs. But like all these things, as a new parent, when you're seeing it for the first time, but when you hear barking the first time, as a new parent, it's like, is there a Doberman in the house?
Yeah.
You have your show on HBO Max, Bookie. You play a bookie and an Italian, so you're really stretching your acting ability there, right?
Listen, I take the challenging role.
Yeah. Really?
Said, listen, how is the role close to what I normally do?
Right.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in. All in.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sebastian, thanks so much for doing this. We're so excited for your new tour. It Ain't Right, starting in July. We'll definitely be on the lookout to check that out. And you said you wanted some swag, so we got you a little parting gift. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at that blue.
Some Giants. Oh, we even got the name spelled right on the back.
This is beautiful.
Look at that.
Thanks.
Look at that.
Take a look at this.
Where's this gonna hang up? Where's this?
Hang up, bro. But this is
You're wearing
this is gonna go in my my jersey room.
Oh, you have a
at
jersey
home.
room.
I don't have a jersey room, and if you do, you got problems. No, but this is nice, guys. I really appreciate it.
We shouldn't have, but we did.
Yeah. Try it on.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
It's awesome.
Thanks.
No.
Listen, I'm not Mr. like life at a party. That is the misnomer with comedians. If you invite a comedian out, oh, we're going to be fun. You go out with me,
Be funny.
I'm boring. I am boring.
Tell us a joke. Tell us a joke. Is that the worst thing you could hear?
It's the worst thing. Like,
Funny
can you
guy.
imagine every time somebody saw you and say, hey, you mind going out throw a pass for 40 yards?
Catch?
I mean, come on.
Imagine being Shaun, wherever he goes, people say, will you snap me a ball? Can I put my hands under your butt and will you snap me a ball? That's
It gets awkward when they don't even ask.
Hey Giants fans, Eli Manning here. Want to see more videos? Subscribe now to the Giants YouTube channel.